Hello, welcome to Spurs Play. Today the under-18s are in action against Chelsea in what has been a brilliant season so far. In the league, Spurs are first, and that's of course the case in the Premier League for the under-21s and also the under-18s. Today we turn our attention to the Premier League Cup though. Make no mistake, this will be the biggest test of the season so far for the under-18s, with Chelsea arriving. Chelsea, who you may well know are level on points with Spurs in the league, and just like Spurs, they have only lost once this season, and they have a team packed full of talents. Last time out, Spurs were 7-2 winners against Norwich, an attacking display of the highest quality. Again, this team so good in front of goal, so clinical, and that was something that Stuart Lewis was quick to give credit to after the game. A couple of things that he did have concerns about, and that will be a concern ahead of this game here against Chelsea, and that would be that Spurs did concede twice, a couple of careless moments at the back that Spurs will need to eradicate here against the Chelsea team, who can be pretty rampant, and we have seen this season from them already. They are more than capable of scoring plenty of goals. Mikey Moore was again the star last time out, with a hat-trick in that game against Norwich. And the tally keeps on rising for the talented Spurs youngster, and he will be key here, although the team is a lot more than just one player. Callum Olasese, alongside Mikey Moore, has just come back from England under-17 duty. And there are a fair few others who have been chipping in with goals alongside Mikey Moore, Oliiro, of course, and Yusuf Akamrish, who is also in a rich vein of form. And the supporting cast at the back have also been pretty important. And one of the most impressive players across the season so far, Leo Black, has been playing that hybrid role where he has moved up from right back up into midfield. And he'll also have a big role to play, you would imagine, here. This is the first of two games for Spurs against Chelsea this week. We'll also face them in the league in a week's time. Well, here they come. Here are the Spurs under-18s for what will be the biggest test of the season so far. And there is Mikey Moore, the star of the show, returning from duty with the England under-17s. And here come the away side. Here are Chelsea. Spurs only above them in the league. Based on the amount of goals that they've scored, Spurs have scored one more in the league. Have the same number of points. Both Spurs and Chelsea have only lost one game this season. This has the prospect of being a really entertaining matchup here on Spurs Play. Oh, we can have a look at the Spurs lineup now. There are a couple who have returned from international duty. Callum Olasese and Mikey Moore are both back after their time with the England under-17s. They had two friendly matches against Norway. Mikey Moore continued his excellent run, scoring in both of those games. Last time out, had a hat-trick in the 7-2 win against Norwich. Damola Ajayi continues his new role as the number 9. For Chelsea, Darnell McNeely has scored 6 goals in 5 games for the under-18s in the league. And he's also been featuring and scoring for the under-21, so he'll be one to watch out for here. There are a few regulars who do turn out for the under-21 starting today. Somto Boniface, maybe a name that you recognise, recently played for Chelsea under-21s against Spurs. And Jimmy J. Morgan is the big name in academy football. He starts up front. Chelsea paid a reported £6 million to sign him from Southampton in February.
Can you bring me a Norwich?
Archie Chaplin is the captain here for Spurs. Has had a big role to play this season with his defensive partner, Alfie Dorrington, moving up to the under-21s, increased responsibility for him. And he's got a big job on his hands here, keeping Chelsea's front two quiet. Jimmy J. Morgan and Darnell McNeely are big names in academy football and have been doing really well for both the under-21s and the under-18s.
I'll bring those MVCs, if you want to work out what other years you need. I don't know. Look, we've been every year since 2009, don't have spares of all of them, don't have spares of all.
It's going to be Chelsea then to get us started here. An acid test for Spurs. Certainly won't have been challenged like this so far this season, but this is a team that is more than capable of Stuart Lewis's team. Have an opportunity here to show what they are all about in this Premier League Cup match. And we are underway, and it's Chelsea who kick us off here. Spurs under-18s on Spurs play against Chelsea under-18s. Chelsea are a possession-based team. They love to play with the ball at their feet. They like to dominate, play on the front foot. Jimmy J. Morgan trying to make his way through on the left-hand side, can't get beyond the Spurs defence. And Spurs will also look to get themselves off to a positive start, as they so often like to do. Iro with a chance. First effort on goal for Spurs, and Max Merrick makes a comfortable stop. Well, both teams will be eager to prove themselves. You can tell by the tempo of the game that that will be the case here. I really feel as though the midfield two for Spurs are going to be very important in this game. Tyrese Hall and Callum Olasese looking to dictate the tempo of the game. Tyrese Hall trying to play the pass out towards Iro, can't find his teammate. Well, the challenge came pretty late from Tyrese Hall, and the referee will come across for a word here. Might not get another opportunity, Tyrese Hall.
Oh, yes, sorry, yes.
Next time might be in the book. Chelsea clear away at the back. Long ball over the top, comes all the way through. And there is Kerry Blowdorn. Risky pass through that central area, but that's the way the Spurs like to play. There is plenty of risk, and that leads often to high reward. Here's a Camrish. And now Leo Black. Lovely touch from Leo Black around the corner. From Callum Olasese, Spurs are in. And it had to be Mikey Moore who was there to sweep in, and Spurs take just 2 minutes to go ahead here. Well, it's Mikey Moore with the finish, but it's Leo Black in the build-up who does so brilliantly, flicked on by Callum Olasesi, and Mikey Moore was there in position to turn in from the angle. Spurs 1, Chelsea 0. Well, it's another blistering start here from Stuart Lewis's side. And it's just the start they would have been looking for, the perfect start to the weekend. Spurs are aggressively pressing here, and Chelsea very nearly get themselves in a spot of bother. Ollie Iro trying to keep this one alive. Iro twisting and looking for Callum Olasesi. Callum Olasesi can't get there, and Chelsea have a throw-in. Well, how do Chelsea respond from here? That's the question. Talked about before the start of the game, this being the biggest test of the season so far for Spurs. It will also be the case for Chelsea as Mikey Moore tries to wriggle free. He's looking for the corner. Chelsea get the goal kick.
Well, you normally want to play that 50, maybe 60, you know, it's a bit lucky.
Archie Chaplin is happy to tidy up. Blodell, not taking any risks, has set Mikey Moore away. Moore to a Camrish with a crossing opportunity, well blocked by Boniface, the defender, who gets back, and then a foul from Mikey Moore. Smart ball forward there by Kerry Blodorn, very nearly got Mikey Moore up and running and away and into an attacking position again. You always wonder how the international break and the incredible pace at which the fixtures come will affect these younger players, but Mikey Moore and Callum Olasesi seem to have come back sharper, combining for the opening goal, and Spurs are off to the best of starts. Here's a Camrish. Camrish is going to go for goal at the near post, and he forces Max Merritt, the goalkeeper, into a save. He's pushed away for a corner. Thought he might try and lay the ball in here to Mikey Moore. Went wide, went for goal. Real confidence about Youssoufa Camrish's play this season. And Spurs trying to heap on the pressure here, have a corner. And it will be taken by Mikey Moore. Spurs players in the middle make their move, and the corner comes all the way through and goes out the other side. Massive let-off for Chelsea. Archie Chaplin made the burst and just couldn't quite connect with the delivery. Iro coming through at the far post also had a brilliant chance. Maybe just didn't anticipate that the ball would bounce all the way through. Spurs aggressively on the hunt again. They have started this game, Stuart Lewis's side, at an incredible pace. Here comes the pressure. And that's something that Kerry Blodor might have to be a bit careful of. Chibueze for Chelsea, trying to wriggle free, looking for the free kick. Camrish came back to help Tyrese Hall out. Spurs win it back. Well, it's fair to say the momentum is definitely with Spurs at the moment. Kerry Blodorn looking for Mason King, unable to find his teammate. Chelsea find some room here for Chibueze. And the winger flashes in a delivery. First chance of the game for Chelsea. And a good stop for Kerry Blowdorn, who steps across to deny Jimmy J. Morgan. Now Chelsea letting Spurs know that they won't be getting things all their own way in this game. Hall can't bring the ball under control. And James Rosewell goes back to Kerry Blowdorn here. His pass away is a bit loose and Chelsea have a throw-in. Well, this was the chance for Chelsea. Brilliant delivery by Chibueze. And a powerful header into the ground, well saved to deny Jimmy J. Morgan. Well, again, it's Chelsea, giving Spurs defence something to think about here. Touched away by McMahon in midfield, just before Spurs could get there. Damola Ajayi doing well, good pressure by the Spurs number 9. Chelsea again trying to build. Jimmy J. Morgan losing possession. He was always going to be one of the ones to keep an eye on here, has been playing for the under-21s. Definitely a player of interest though. Such a big move last February when he moved from Southampton to Chelsea. Big money changing hands, reportedly around £6 million. Damola Ajayi dropping short. Mikey Moore involved in a tangle on the halfway line, does well here in a tight spot to feed it back to Damola Ajayi. And now a Camrish looks for the pass to Mason King. Well, it was a nice move by Spurs, but Chelsea get back into position. And Spurs have another corner here. And here comes Mikey Moore, who will be the one to take it. Moore's delivery into that 6-yard box, headed away by Chelsea, picked up here by Tyrese Hall. And back out to Mikey Moore. And Moore tries his luck, heads towards the byline, can't get the delivery through to a teammate. And Max Merrick, the goalkeeper, easily able to pick that one up. Nice move here by Moore. The pass, though, wasn't quite the one that he was looking for. Had plenty to aim at as well in the middle. Chelsea again sending the ball out towards this right-hand side. It's going to be an interesting battle, you feel, between Mason King and the winger, Chibueze. Camrish had 2 to get past, loses possession. Chelsea in a good position on the edge of Spurs penalty area. Murray Campbell, the fullback, into midfield, finds Ollie Harrison. Chibueze again. Has been a big target so far on this right-hand side. Was looking for the give and go with McNeely. Spurs win it back. And Blowdorn passes away. Instantly Spurs trying to get on the attack. Nice touch, Ollie Iro, but not quite on the same wavelength as Damola Ajayi. Well, you can tell that Chelsea are trying to get themselves back into the game, trying to find their rhythm. It hasn't quite clicked for them so far. Mikey Moore's early goal continues to separate the two teams here as James Rosewell carries the ball away. Moore in a central position, been so good in this number 10 role this season. Spins away from trouble, makes his way towards goal, threads it through. Damola Ajayi is there. Pass was just a bit too heavy for Damola Ajayi, and Max Merrick, the goalkeeper, is able to slide in as a result, pick that one up and calm things down slightly here for Chelsea. Just look at how aggressive Spurs are though from the front. 5 players there, up looking for the ball. Damola Ajayi's won it. Here's Ollie Iro. Iro's ball into the area. Well, it was a shot that was saved and pushed away and could so easily have landed in the back of the net. Luckily for the Chelsea goalkeeper, he had a couple of defenders nearby who were able to tidy that one up. But it's more Spurs pressure here as Mikey Moore gets into a good position. Moore delivers. Well, he unselfishly looked for the pass into the path of Youssef Akamrish. He wondered if he might try and go for goal here. Here's the chance for Ollie Iro. Didn't quite drop for Akamrish. And it didn't drop for him either as Mikey Moore found his way into the box. Merrick, the goalkeeper, again there to make the save. Good pressure again by Spurs. Mikey Moore's in. Well, Chelsea are doing their best to pass away from the back. This time it's excellent pressure by Tyrese Hall. And Mikey Moore had a really tight angle with which to try and get the shot away. And he was quickly closed down by Max Merrick. Well, Spurs have had a couple of good opportunities, perhaps to add a second. They've been in really good positions where maybe they would have hoped for a bit more. And on the one hand, you might say, maybe they'll live to regret those moments. And on the other hand, you would say that there's lots of potential for them to get into those positions again. Chelsea have found their way through, and they're in an offside position. That won't count. Jimmy J. Morgan playing right on the last shoulder of the Spurs defence. And he was flagged as offside. It must have been close. Well, it's the first yellow of the game for the challenge. And it's the Chelsea player going into the book. Tyreek George, who we've not really seen too much of in this game, gets a yellow card. Well, he doesn't make an attempt to play the ball. Leo Black had already passed him. Stuart Lewis there will be pretty happy so far, you would imagine, with how proceedings are going. Again, here's Tottenham side are in the lead here. I wonder, though, whether or not one goal will be enough. You feel that it might not be against a Chelsea side that, like Spurs, like scoring, and have shown time and time again how prolific they can be. Chelsea charging through. Here is Jimmy J. Morgan for them. Brilliantly dispossessed by a fabulous challenge from James Rosewell. Well, he looks pretty dangerous, Jimmy J. Morgan. This challenge had to be perfectly timed, and it was. James Rosewell sliding in, takes the ball away. Chelsea do have a corner, but the shooting opportunity prevented by the Spurs centre-back. Chelsea deliver, and Spurs with a big header away. Murray Campbell, the Chelsea fullback, has stayed forward, cuts it back towards the penalty spot. Time to turn. Well, Donnell McNeely, who's scored plenty recently for Chelsea, given room to turn, but he could only hit the effort straight at Kerry Blodorn. A save you would have expected the Spurs goalkeeper to make. Chelsea looking sharp again. Mikey Moore carries away. Spurs looking to break. Damola Ajayi has a Camrish on the overlap. Oh, Camrish does brilliantly. Finds Mason King. Now Damola Ajayi. It's Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore gets the ball back here. Slips it through to Callum Olasese. Wonderful move for Spurs, but it doesn't quite come off. The pass intercepted, and Chelsea managed to clear the ball away. Such a lovely connection, though, between Callum Olasese and Mikey Moore. Here's Ollie Iro. Ollie Iro really caught that one. He's going to get a second go here. Callum Olasese can't find a way through. Some pretty determined defending here from Chelsea. Now Mason King, back to Callum Olasese. Will come all the way through to Leo Black, who catches the volley, but it's cleared away at the back by the Chelsea defence. Lovely flip back from Mason King, and the ball floated to Leo Black, who got behind the volley, and it's turned away by Caden Wilson. Spurs take the corner short. Tyrese Hall wide to a Camrish. And now Leo Black, who's kept the ball in play here and was looking for Mikey Moore. Harrison McMahon, the Chelsea midfielder, stepped in and took the ball away. Chelsea building nicely here. Murray Campbell, the fullback, has stepped into midfield, sweeps the ball across towards Tyreek George. The Chelsea winger attacks the byline, lifts him, but the cross a bit too close to Kerry Blodorn, and he is easily able to gather that one up. Hasn't been tested all that much, Kerry Blodorn, in this game so far. Coming up to 22 minutes in. And on the balance of play, Spurs have been the better of the two teams, although Chelsea have shown flashes of what they are all about. And I'm pretty sure they're not done here just yet. Ball's been given away to Callum Olasese. Of course, he was looking for Mikey Moore, unable to pick him out with the pass. And Ollie Harrison passes away, and Chelsea quickly look to go up through the gears, looking to set Jimmy J Morgan away. Their number 9 can't get there. Mason King. who has come on leaps and bounds this season at left-back. Shaping up to be a modern-day footballer, a modern-day football full-back of real quality. Here's a Camrish. And on the spin, it's Mikey Moore, looking to get away from the attentions of the Chelsea defence. Runs into trouble, took on one too many. Now Leo Black. Quick 1-2 with Mason King. And Harrison McMahon, the number 8 for Chelsea in midfield, having to work hard to stop the progress of the Spurs attack. Space here for Tyrese Hall, who goes back towards Mason King. Here's Demola Ajayi. Was heading with purpose towards the penalty area. Has picked out a Camrish. Camrish looking for the 1-2. Mikey Moore goes the other way and sees the effort blocked on the edge of the penalty area. Chelsea managed to turn that one away. Well, I love the confidence that these Spurs players are playing with. So happy with the ball at their feet. Always looking to do something positive with the ball. Here is a Camrish, giving Murray Campbell, the fullback, something to think about. And now Tyrese Hall goes one way, then the other, plays the pass into the middle, but sees it blocked and turned away. Mikey Moore finds space here for James Rosewell. Now Leo Black. Demola Ajayi threads a brilliant ball through. A Camrish is away. Yusuf a Camrish going for goal and hitting over the top of the bar. Well, a Camrish with the effort, and he wasn't too far away. Relentless pressure from Spurs, non-stop. Always giving Chelsea something to think about at the back. And just when they thought that they'd stopped Mikey Moore, and when they think they've got the measure of Spurs, Yusuf Camrish will pick up the pace, or Ollie Iro on the opposite side, or Leo Black will make the burst through the middle. Spurs have so many routes to goal. Just need to make this pressure pay now with a second goal. Boniface carries the ball away for Chelsea. Continues his run out towards the left-hand side. Good interception by Mason King, but it's Chelsea who pick up on the edge of the penalty area. They can't find their way, though, beyond James Rosewell, who makes the challenge. Merrick, the goalkeeper, looks for the long ball into the path of Chukwueze. Didn't anticipate the bounce. Was in any case in an offside position, and Spurs will get the free kick. Picked up in midfield by Chelsea. Caden Wilson came a long way to get there. Leo Black is there to sweep back. And it's turned away by Blowdon, and here comes Ollie Iro, all on his own here on the right-hand side. A Camrish busting a gut to step up in support. He finds a Camrish who's going to get a second and a third go, and now Mikey Moore. Well, I think that came back off of the post. Superb from Ollie Iro on the burst. And a Camrish and Mikey Moore both missed good opportunities to add a second.
Five years ago, it was made public.
Chibueze, brilliant challenge by Camrish. Hall finds Mikey Moore, has a quick look up Mikey Moore, plays the pass into a Camrish. Mikey Moore delivers, and the goalkeeper's made a real mess of that. Spilled by Merrick onto the head of Ollie Iro, and Spurs have a deserved second. They make the pressure pay, and Oliver Iro gets the rewards, and the second goal here for Spurs to make it 2-0. Mikey Moore with a delivery that asked some questions at the back, and the goalkeeper couldn't find the answer. Oliver Iro certainly could. Big head up, big goal. And in the big game, Spurs are now 2 goals to the good. Well, there have been plenty of moments where Spurs could so easily have opened Chelsea up for this second goal. In the end, well, it's not the prettiest of goals, but Spurs won't really mind. It's rewards for all of the hard work that came before. And the Chelsea players have come across to the side of the field here to regroup. The referee didn't give them much of an opportunity to do that. Here they are, though, with 30 minutes of the game gone. Two sides that came into this one very evenly matched, but it's Chelsea who have their backs against the wall here. And the question is how they will respond. McNeely dropping deep, and Tyrese Hall has already been given a warning by the referee, and so there's the yellow card. And this was the chance that came just before the goal. The Camrish twice saw his effort blocked, and then Mikey Moore hit the outside of the post. Didn't turn out to be the missed opportunity that it could have been, as Spurs very quickly responded and found the goal only minutes afterwards. Here come Chelsea. Chibueze, though, is again in an offside position, not for the first time in this first half.
Go on then, boys, go again, go again!
Blowdon's pass is a poor one, gets himself in trouble here, and Chelsea have been allowed back into the game. Jimmy J. Morgan is there. Good pressure from Chelsea, but it's a mistake Spurs didn't need to make here. They have been dominating this matchup. They have offered up a gift here for Chelsea. Poor pass away at the back. Leo Black just couldn't recover. And it was a simple tap-in the end for Jimmy J. Morgan. Well, it's pretty unnecessary from Spurs. Chelsea half the deficit. And probably can't believe their luck that they have so quickly after Spurs scored the second, got themselves back into the game. Goal out of nothing here. Here's Mikey Moore playing the pass into the path of Damola Ajayi, who is scrapping hard to get there. Always looked as though the challenge was unfair. Caden Wilson does well. Gets his body in front of the ball and the man. Wins the free kick. And keeps a pretty eager Damola Ajayi away from the ball. Leo Black turns the ball away from that danger area, looking for Oliiro, but unable to find his teammates. And George looking to get around the outside of James Rosewell. Can't get around the centre-back, but he has won the corner. Well, all of a sudden, Chelsea tails are up. And all of a sudden, they have a chance to grab an equaliser. Corner comes in. And the corner is duly dealt with by Spurs. Back in Chelsea possession. Murray Campbell, the fullback, digs out the cross into the area. Spurs taking no risks. And here's Leo Black to send the ball a bit further on its way and over the halfway line to safety. Well, it's a tangle between Tyrese Hall and the centre-back Santo Boniface. And Tyrese Hall gets the free kick here for Spurs. 10 minutes to go until half-time. And now an opportunity for Spurs to send the ball into Chelsea's penalty area. Instead, they will choose to go back. Try to draw Chelsea forward here. Open up some space for Spurs' more creative players to do some damage at the other end. Hasn't worked out so well for Spurs, although Camrish fighting hard, wins the ball back. Murray Campbell, loose pass, finds Oliiro, scorer of the second goal here for Spurs. Now Damola Ajayi, Ajayi's pass just a bit too heavy. Mikey Moore in a brilliant position, but he was just unable to feed him through. Would have been in on goal, would have had a chance to go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Camrish loses out in the battle to win the ball, and Chibueze can come away. Sweeping ball into the area, picked up by Leo Black. And Oliiro hooks the ball up towards Mikey Moore. Chelsea into the penalty area. And Chelsea see the ball taken away, have won a corner. Well, Spurs have made this unnecessarily difficult on themselves by giving Chelsea a goal that they really didn't need to give away. And now they have to handle the pressure and deal with the consequences. Every Chelsea attack now has that added sense of pressure. The referee and the assistant have seen something in the middle here. And Spurs have taken that a bit too quickly for the referee's liking. And they'll get another go here. Well, there's the ball into the area. Tyreek George. He couldn't do too much with it, and neither could Murray Campbell, the fullback, hooked away by Rosewell. Perhaps should have been a free kick. Damola Ajayi can't quite believe that the referee's whistle wasn't blown. Looked as though he was pushed. But it's Chelsea again on the attack on the left-hand side. And the centre-back, Boniface, into a good position. Spurs have dealt with that. Mikey Moore's carried the ball away, and here's a Camrish. King finds a Camrish, who's looking to find some room here. Sliding challenge from Jimmy J. Morgan, whips the ball away. Well, this is now the tight game that we perhaps expected between two of the best sides in this age group. Oliairo looking to get away from his man. And then a heavy touch from Leo Black allows Chelsea the chance to break away here. And they are steaming forwards. Here comes George, and now McNeely with the chance. Kerry Blowdorn swiftly down. Spurs are leaving themselves pretty exposed at the back here, but they always have the threat in attack, always have the potential to create opportunities at the other end. Really interesting game between these two. Here's Mason King. King finds Yusufa Camrish, and now Mikey Moore. Been a busy week for Mikey Moore. I wonder whether after international duty he'll be able to go the full 90 here. Such an important player though for Spurs, as is Leo Black this season. Again dropping into this midfield role. Tyrese Hall and Leo Black working hard to fight back against the Chelsea resistance in midfield. Mikey Moore was looking to allow the ball to roll. Black tries to bundle his way through, but he ran into Caden Wilson, the Chelsea centre-back. Callum Olasese. Now Leo Black. 3 minutes to go until half-time. Here's Oliairo. Works some room, fires one in, and it's pushed away by Max Merrick, the goalkeeper. Well, the angle was always tight. Somehow, Oliairo able to find some room in there, and he sees that one pushed away.
Oh, that's true, yeah. People laugh, you know,
just before the break, Spurs are pushing for another. Plenty making their way up into the penalty area here, including a Camrish. Moore fires in, gets the flick on as well at the front post, and the goalkeeper doesn't look so confident in the air. Tried to punch and then decided to catch, and just about managed to get there first. Well, he made the mistake for the Oliairo goal. This is where Spurs have had plenty of success with this really aggressive press up onto the goalkeeper. Good defending. Mason King shows his strength up against Chibueze. And again, no whistle from the referee, who is happy for play to continue. And Chelsea again in an offside position. Well, I'm fairly sure the coaching staff of Chelsea will mention that at half-time, and it will be something that Spurs have to look out for, because there have been a couple of occasions where Chelsea have been in really good positions. They have just been a bit careless and got themselves into offside positions when they haven't really needed to. Chance here for Spurs to break. Olasesi leading the charge, finding a Camrish. A Camrish waits for Moore. Mikey Moore arrives and sees the cross blocked by Akamia. Moore doing well here to shield the ball into throw-in. Here's a Camrish. Looking for room to move. Another impressive 45 minutes from Youssef Camrish. Rarely gives the ball away, always looking to create something. Looking for the run here of Damola Ajayi. Found him as well. Damola Ajayi onto Leo Black. Now a Camrish. Here's Damola Ajayi, who heads towards goal and loses possession on the edge of the penalty area, was looking for the free kick. The referee says that was a fair challenge. And Chelsea now will look to break. Spurs racing to get back. Chelsea have pace though. Boniface is dealt with though by the sliding James Rosewell. Well, it was ferocious speed with which Chelsea broke away, and it was a fabulous recovery by the Spurs defence. The job isn't completely done though. They have a corner to deal with here. Archie Chaplin with the big header. And Leo Black does enough. Gets a helping hand here from a Camrish. Does well to keep the ball in play. And Tyrese Hall skips the challenge. Breaks free and can't find the pass to Mikey Moore, who was in a brilliant position. And there goes the whistle for half-time. Well, Spurs started at a blistering pace in this game. Mikey Moore with the early goal on the score sheet again for Spurs. And it wasn't too long before Spurs got the deserved second, but they have allowed Chelsea back into the game. And at half-time here, it's Spurs 2, Chelsea 1. Welcome back for the second half here of Spurs against Chelsea. Spurs have given Chelsea a chance here with a gift of a goal for Morgan, their striker. But it's the two efforts from Mikey Moore and Oliaro that have given Spurs the advantage with 45 minutes to go here. And off we go for the second half. George for Chelsea with the ball into midfield, finds McMahon, who's there. And it's George again attacking Leo Black and finding McNeely, who peels away out towards this left-hand side. McNeely's ball, hooked away by Rosewell. Picked up here by Spurs in midfield. Olasese started the first half brilliantly, has given the ball away. Chibueze can't get beyond King, who slides in and prevents the delivery into the penalty area. Going to be a throw for Chelsea, though. Ball from Murray Campbell into the penalty area, never makes it through. And Spurs are giving the ball away. McMahon. Chelsea really pushing for this equalising goal early on in the second half. Again, they failed to get the cross into the area, though. And again, it will be a goal kick for Spurs. Well, it's just the way that Spurs gave the goal away by passing away at the back. The loose pass from goalkeeper Kerry Blowdorn gave Chelsea an opportunity in the game when it looked as though it was lost. Makes things a bit more testing for Spurs here in the second half. Tyrese Hall, so good in these tight spaces, manages to find the room to find Oli Iro, who's passed on. Mikey Moore turns, finds a Camrish, and a Camrish is away here, although he has been held up momentarily. King gets it back to a Camrish. And in turn, a Camrish gives it back to King. Leo Black. Well, the referee has just been clipped by the ball there, and so play will have to stop. Well, the referee just gathers his thoughts and maybe just gives himself a moment here because he was caught in the face. It's going to be okay. And play will continue with Chelsea here at the back. One back by Leo Black. Demola Ajayi quickly feeds Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore spins free. And Mikey Moore with an effort on goal that looked as though it was going to hit the bottom corner. One back by a Camrish who's looking for at least a penalty. Well, he gets neither a penalty or a corner. Well, as soon as Mikey Moore's in this position, we have become used to seeing only one thing happen, but this time the goalkeeper makes the save to deny the young number 10. Leo Black goes down under the challenge of George, who is already on a yellow card in this game. Well, the referee hasn't given a card at this stage, and you have to suggest that that's pretty lenient. The main thing that we are concerned about, of course, is Leo Black and his welfare. Back up onto his feet here. Well, it's a decision that you may not have seen in men's football. I think he would have got at least a yellow card for that challenge, but maybe not. You never know.
I didn't want to piss him about, so I
Archie Chaplin's ball away, picked up by Chelsea, who are on the run here into the penalty area with a chance to go for goal, and Blodorn has to push over the top of the bar to deny Chibueze. Well, it's the same old story here for Spurs on the edge of their penalty area, giving the ball away all too often. Now Chelsea have a corner, and it will be George, who is perhaps lucky to still be on the field, who will be the one who comes across to take it. Chelsea go to the back of the box. Camrish just lost the flight of the ball there. And here's Murray Campbell for Chelsea. Rosewell out to Leo Black. And between the two of them, they find a safe route away from defence for Spurs. Here's Demola Rajayi. Was looking for a Camrish, has found Mason King. And here is Mikey Moore. Well, the referee tried to play the advantage there for Spurs, there was none. And so Spurs get the free kick, taken quickly. Demola Rajayi spins and heads for goal. Goes wide to Ollie Iro here. Iro delivers the ball into the box, and Spurs have grabbed a third. Yusufa Camrish goes across in appreciation for the delivery into the penalty area. Spurs 3, Chelsea 1. Fabulous breakaway. And it's a Camrish who's there with the finish. Well, Spurs restore the 2-goal cushion. And now they have to remember what happened in the first half, when Chelsea were allowed into the game pretty quickly after Spurs had scored that second goal. An important time now for Spurs. Got themselves back in control in this game. Can't allow Chelsea back in so quickly. Leo Black is there, stops the progress of the Chelsea attack. And this could be a clever move from Spurs, just get the ball, keep possession for a while. And again, they have been caught out, giving the ball away at the back, and it's a carbon copy of what happened in the first half, as Chelsea have been given another goal here by Spurs. Well, it's almost unbelievable that the same thing, almost exactly the same thing has happened. Substitution. And Reece Denny straight into the action with a goal here for Chelsea. Olasese with a pass here, looking for Iro. Iro is offside though. Now Spurs on the attack again, this time with Demola Ajayi, whose effort is straight at the goalkeeper. Well, the Chelsea players are protesting that they should have had the throw in. There is a yellow card that has been thrown up in the middle of all of that. Confirmation that the yellow card went to Akamia. And here is Mikey Moore looking to thread the ball through, can't find the run of Callum Olasese. And off goes Tyrese Hall. One of his trademark driving runs through the middle. Couldn't find the pass out towards a Camrish. Probably thought of Camrish that he had made the game a lot more comfortable here for Spurs. Again, a mix-up at the back. And some poor passing. And that has allowed Chelsea in. Just a slip in concentration. That's all it takes. Quick thinking by Kerry Blodorn, who's managed to come out and get to the ball. And a Camrish is back there to get there before anybody else from Chelsea can. Well, this is a group stage match in the Premier League Cup. A group that Spurs would imagine they would advance and kind of push on and get through. It's the league match between Spurs and Chelsea. This is almost a warm-up for that for next week. Fair few lessons here for Spurs, especially defensively after a couple of slip-ups at the back to allow Chelsea 2 goals. But on the balance of the game, Spurs have been the better team. Olasese now, ball through the channel, finds Iro. Iro has company though, loses possession of the football. Iro again. And Iro can't find Damola Ajayi or Mikey Moore. Denny for Chelsea. Pass intercepted by Camrish. And now Callum Olasese. Well, he runs into a pretty heavy challenge, got caught in the ankle, hobbles away. Leo Black has lost the ball. And Tyrese Hall has to slide in this time to get there. Olasese still running, having been caught. Iro couldn't do too much with the ball. Threaded through by McNeely. Has picked out teammate George, who is in an offside position here for Chelsea. Well, it's good work by the Spurs defence, just stepped up. Half an hour to go in this game. Spurs making slightly harder work of it than they really need to. And it's just a question how much longer Olasese and Mikey Moore will be given here on the pitch, because they were away with the England setup. And they They may well be protected. Archie Chaplin has given the ball away. Chelsea have the chance to break away. And Runham runs into trouble, loses possession, Blodorn picks up. And Mikey Moore comes deep into his own half here to take matters into his own hands. A Camrish to Damola Ajayi. He can't find the Spurs number 9. And Chelsea get the ball away pretty quickly here. And they transition with speed up towards Mulheka. And now George. George for Chelsea will go for goal. Well, you can see exactly what he wanted to do there, that curling effort into the far corner, but the strike was a bit too close to Kerry Blodorn, who makes a pretty comfortable stop. Rosewell's pass. And now, here is Olasese, who was looking for Mikey Moore. Moore had pulled into a really good position. And Moore was just unable to get there. Chelsea instantly moving the ball up into Spurs territory here. And it's Tyreek George who can lift one on. And it's well intercepted by James Rosewell, but back here with Chelsea on the attack again. Well defended by Spurs, who have got the ball away. Moore can't find any room in there. Was instantly surrounded by 3 Chelsea players. Here come Chelsea, run them on the break. And an effort on goal which beats Kerry Blodorn from Shim Mahweki. Chelsea are level for the first time since the 3rd minute of this game. Well, Spurs only have themselves to blame here. Should have been in control, but passing away at the back has allowed Chelsea the opportunity to level up here. Spurs have more than enough shooting capability in this team. Well, Mikey Moore is brought down. This will be a second yellow card, and that's why the referee has the red in his hands. It's a big twist in this matchup as the captain, Akamia, is sent off here for Chelsea. Well, he knew as soon as he made the challenge here on Mikey Moore, clipped the ankles, didn't really need to either, had a teammate coming across to pick up the ball. So Chelsea are down to 10 for the final 25 minutes of this game. That presents a big opportunity here for Spurs to get themselves back in the lead here. So we are just about ready for Spurs to take this free kick. Camrish and Mikey Moore are the two who are over the top of this one. And it will be Mikey Moore. To the back of the area it goes. Chaplin with the header. And Chelsea had to get there because otherwise Spurs would have been in for goal number 4. Well, the Chelsea goalkeeper Merrick here may just have been caught in the middle. Although, well, the Chelsea players will get the opportunity here to come across to the side of the field. And these tactical breaks in play have been talked a lot about in football. It just so happens that the Chelsea goalkeeper is injured after they've had a player sent off. Spurs will also come to the side of the pitch here for a quick conversation with Stuart Lewis about what they should do next and how they approach playing against 10. These are moments that you train for. Doesn't necessarily always make it the easiest task. And Chelsea equally would have been training for this moment. Do they have the resolve here to dig in? Interestingly, they had just made a number of attacking changes, Chelsea, and look to bring some speed on in the wider areas. That may help them if they are going to try and hit on the break, but it might mean they don't have the numbers at the back, which they will certainly need here to keep Spurs quiet. Quicker, the substitute, trying to get close to the ball. It's Spurs who have it back, and it's Tyrese Hall. And this is a tactic you'll often see from teams with one extra man on the field, looking to use the width of the pitch here. Damola Ajayi running the channels as he does so well. Can't escape the attentions of the Chelsea defender. Well, Murray Campbell, the Chelsea fullback, has conceded the free kick. Tenacious play by Damola Ajayi, and a good opportunity here for Spurs to pounce. Mikey Moore will be the one most likely to take this one, you feel? Moore whips one across, and it's just a bit too high for James Rosewell, who was there at the far post. It was a nice idea. Mikey Moore essentially told the Chelsea defence what he was about to do. Hand gestures suggesting what was coming next. 20 minutes then for Spurs to find a winner here against 10-man Chelsea. And McNeely, well, travels past 2 Spurs midfielders, but 3 was one too many. Again, it's careless passing away at the back. Chaplin this time, who gives the ball away. Mason King, who's back there to make the clearance. Back in again from Chelsea. Mikey Moore onto the edge of his penalty area to lend a helping hand. Scoots the ball away. Damola Ajayi did look as though he was fouled there, but the referee doesn't blow the whistle. George sends it forward, Chelsea on the attack, and it takes a brilliant stop from Kerry Blodorn to get down and push away to keep Chelsea out. Lovely effort on goal by the substitute, Mahuela, who already has one in this game. Very nearly scores a second here. Big clearance away by Camrish, but Chelsea aren't done yet, and the effort on goal takes a big deflection on its way through and goes out for another corner. Fabulous volley here, well hit by Murray Campbell. Could so easily have been another test for Kerry Blodorn. Spurs happy to watch that one sail around the outside of the post. They might only have 10 on the field here, Chelsea, but they are certainly searching for goal number 4. Chelsea ball to the back of the area, and Chelsea have an acrobatic fourth. Well, Spurs were 3-1 ahead in this game. They now find themselves 4-3 behind. Well, this is where we will find out what this Spurs team are all about. This was always going to be the biggest test of the season for the Spurs under-18s. In this Premier League Cup tie, they looked as though they had the game wrapped up when they were 3-1 ahead. A couple of mistakes at the back have allowed Chelsea goals. And once they got the equaliser, they've never really looked back despite losing a man.
Let's go.
Confirmation that the Chelsea goal was a second for the substitute Reece Denny. He's had a pretty big impact, the number 14. Oli Iro works it wide towards Callum Olasese. McNeely with a determined run, Archie Chaplin with the clearance away. It's amazing to think how much control Spurs had in the early stages and how many chances they were able to create. Big second half from Chelsea here. And they have another corner. Spurs are on the back foot and Chelsea have one fewer players. Deep to the back of the area, a Camrish is the one to meet the header. And Chelsea still not done, looking for goal number 5 here. Tyrese Hall clears away and concedes what will be another corner. Spurs heading for the first defeat since the opening day when they lost out. have more defending to do here as George gets onto the ball, chips to the back of the area. Demola Ajayi not messing around, thumps that one away.
Okay, let's go. Let's see you back. Let's go.
Oliairo trying to battle and win the ball. Demola Ajayi is after it. Big clearance away by Merrick. And Chelsea doing everything they can to keep Spurs away from the other end of the field. They're doing a pretty good job of that so far. Oliairo delays the pass. Moves into a right-back position with Leo Black committed in a more advanced role. Camrish on the left. Hasn't had so much of an impact in the second half. Players like a Camrish, Iro, Mikey Moore are the ones that Spurs need to try and find in more advanced positions. Stacey with a chance to deliver the ball in. There's a slip in the middle for Chelsea, and it offers the chance for Mikey Moore. Big shout for a handball. The referee says that the ball hit the body, though. Better, though, from Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Spurs need to find that urgency that they found in the opening 20 minutes. That tempo and that energy has been missing so far here in the second half. Oliairo drifts in field, looking for a teammate, finds one in Mason King. Now a Camrish. Onto Demola Ajayi, who whips in a good-looking ball. Iro attacking it, but he can't get there. Lovely move from Spurs. And it was so nearly the equaliser here that they're looking for. Iro inches away from connecting. Well, Chelsea have another injury to contend with here.
Okay, let's go 5-0, thank you. Let's go. Yeah, throw in, take to there, let's go. Go on them up. Good turn! Come in. Go on. That's the molar. Good. Squeeze. Right this way, right. Keep switching it, James. Cross on me. Come on. Now makes you aware. Have a look.
Mikey Moore in a good position here. Wins a corner for Spurs. Well, Mikey Moore has come to the rescue for Spurs on a number of occasions this season. Spurs could really do with a moment from him here. Tangle on the corner of the penalty area. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty, but nothing was given. And Rosewell goes wide towards Iro. Been a quiet game by Tyrese Hall standards. In possession here and looking for an option. Camrish is demanding it on the left-hand side. Here's King. And now Demola Ajayi. Another good-looking ball. And Max Merrick, the goalkeeper, is able to get there. Well, he made a couple of mistakes in the first half, Merrick. Wasn't so good at handling a couple of crosses. One led to the goal for Oliver Iro, but he has recovered well here in the second half. And he makes a vital catch to deny Spurs another chance at goal. Tyrese Hall. Chelsea doing their best to make that midfield really congested, really tight, unable Spurs to make too much room in there. Spurs do have the players, though, that are good in these tight spots. Mikey Moore, one of those. His pass finds Callum Olasese, who bundles his way into the penalty area, but can't find a route beyond the goalkeeper, Max Merrick, who does enough to push away for another corner here for Spurs. Moore's corner. Whipped in towards the front post. This may drop for a chance. Well, Spurs perhaps could have done more there. Brilliant delivery into the box. Chelsea, though, maintain their lead here. 7 minutes to go. Ollie Iro to Hall. Rosewell. Olasese. Ollie Iro now. Heads on his way. Gets beyond his man. Gets to the byline as well. Was he fouled on the edge of the penalty area? Well, actually, the free kick has been given the opposite way. Free kick to Chelsea.
Yeah, well, he's got that one, okay. I've got the time.
Well, Chelsea in no rush to take this. And the referee indicating that the watch is stopped. I think we're going to have a fair bit of additional time at the end of this game. We've had a sending off. We've had stoppages in play. And you'll always have a bit of additional time added with the goals as well.
Come on, let's go.
Well, Spurs have 5 minutes of regular time to find an equaliser here. Otherwise, the unbeaten run that Spurs are on will come to an end. Leo Black. Herbie James was there. Might just add that injection of speed that Spurs need. Scored in the game last time out on the breakaway against Norwich. If you follow the under-18s regularly, you'll know that Spurs head to Cobham next week for the league game against Chelsea. And if things stay like this, Chelsea will feel that they have an advantage going into that league game between the top two. This is the Premier League Cup tie. Spurs are behind, having been 3-1 ahead. And it's almost unbelievable to think the Spurs managed to essentially give this game away. There is still time. Spurs need to hit pretty quickly though here. Olasesi looking for the run ahead of him. James was being well tracked. Apologies, of course, for the break in pitch-up. Can't necessarily be helped out here. Spurs on the attack with Herbie James. James can't feed the ball through to a teammate. James has won it back though here and breaks away down the right-hand side for Spurs. Looking for a chance to deliver. There's the ball. Too close to the goalkeeper. That's another Chelsea player who has gone down here. Some final words here from the coaching staff. Jermaine Defoe with a couple of bits to say. Probably not too many better to learn from in terms of goal-scoring prowess and how Spurs could do with a big goal here. Rosewell's header. McNeely looking to kill off the game here, threads the ball through. And Spurs have numbers back there, although it's this passing around and the pressure from Chelsea that has got Spurs into all kinds of trouble in this game. Conceded a couple of goals in positions like this. A minute of regular time remaining then. Chelsea digging in and making it really tough here for Spurs. Here's Rosewell, who finds Archie Chaplin. Spurs having to deal with a Chelsea team who have retreated pretty deep here. And in truth, since Chelsea have lost a player, since their captain was sent off here, Spurs haven't done enough to challenge the Chelsea goalkeeper. Here's Olasese. On to Herbie James. And again, the delivery into the penalty area too close to the goalkeeper. There seems to be a lack of energy here from Spurs. Need to pick up the pace. The Camrish with the ball around the corner. Can't find a teammate.
Yes, come back, come back!
Come on!
Not starting the laces. Okay, this needs to be done earlier. We're not starting the laces. Okay, right. Hey, get full side. Get full side more if you have more players. Get down. Come on.
Couple of late changes for Spurs. These two don't exactly have long to make an impact. There's Lehane and Kieran Morgan onto the pitch.
Neo's line, you're not good too. Yes, get it.
Well, that's a yellow card for Antwi, the substitute. And off goes striker Demola Ajayi. He's lost possession, brought away here by Wilson at the back. Well, that was a late whistle from the referee. Tyrese Hall and Leo Black just haven't been able to get things going in this central area for Spurs. Not since the sending off. Chelsea holding firm. Lehane trying to make a difference. Paul. And now Herbie James, good looking ball. Nobody in there to be able to make the connection for Spurs. Oh, Chaplin gets there, but he's put the ball out of play here. And Reece Denny, whose goal looks as though it has decided things here, wins the throw-in. Demola Ajayi, super pass. Oliaro has Mikey Moore close by. He's going to go on his own. And he's going to put the effort wide when he had options. Ellis Lehane crying out for the ball in the middle. And Mikey Moore hovering close by on the edge of the area. Iro, though, decided to go for goal here. And it was perhaps a wasted chance.
Get your kids to hurry up. It's be longer. Let's go.
Spurs win the header. Lehane touches around the corner. And the referee blows up for a collision off of the ball involving Ellis Lehane.
And that,
Chelsea players asking the referee how long. 9.5 minutes into additional time here. The referee said a minute. 1 minute for Spurs. Maybe time for one more chance, but Chelsea have been pretty good since they went down to 10, and Spurs just haven't been able to find a way through. Camrish with the final chance maybe for Spurs. Ball around the corner finds Mikey Moore. A final chance to attack here perhaps for the Spurs number 10. And it's Mikey Moore for Spurs who goes down in the area. And the referee says it's a free kick to Chelsea. And a yellow card goes Spurs' way. I think that must have gone to Mikey Moore. Reaction of the Chelsea players to the free kick being given their way has led to a reaction in turn from the Spurs players here. Well, it's a big call from the referee, but the free kick has gone, crucially, Chelsea's way. And it's the final moment of a disappointing game here in the Premier League Cup for Spurs, who had victory in their hands, but some individual errors mean that Chelsea were allowed back in, and it finishes here. Spurs under 18s 3, Chelsea 4.